The Great Bible, Exodus, the 40th chapter. The tabernacle is reared up. The glory of the Lord appeareth in a cloud covering the tabernacle. The 40th chapter. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, In the first day of the first month shalt thou set up the habitation, and the tabernacle of witness, and put therein the ark of witness, and cover the ark with the veil, and bring in the table, and apparel it according to the order thereof. And thou shalt bring in the candlestick, and light his lamps, and set the cense altar of gold before the ark of witness, and put the hanging at the door of the habitation, and set the burnt offering altar before the door of the habitation and tabernacle of witness, and set the laver between the tabernacle of witness and the altar, and put water therein, and make the court round about, and hang up the hanging at the court gate. And thou shalt take the anointing oil, and anoint the habitation, and all that is therein, and hallow it with all the vessels thereof, that it may be holy. And thou shalt anoint the altar of burnt offering, and all his vessels, and sanctify the altar, that it may be an altar most holy. And thou shalt anoint also the laver and his foot, and sanctify it. And thou shalt bring Aaron and his sons unto the door of the tabernacle of witness, and wash them with water. And thou shalt put upon Aaron the holy vestments, and anoint him, and sanctify him, that he may minister unto me. And thou shalt bring his sons, and clothe them with garments, and anoint them as thou didst anoint their father, that they may minister unto me. For their anointing shall be an everlasting priesthood unto them throughout their generations. And Moses did according to all that the Lord commanded him, even so did he. Thus was the tabernacle reared up the first day in the first month in the second year. And Moses reared up the tabernacle, and fastened his sockets, and set up the boards thereof, and put in the bars of it, and reared up his pillars, and spread abroad the tent over the habitation, and put the covering of the tent on high about it, or above it, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he took the testimony, and put it in the ark, and set the bars to the ark, and put the mercy seat on high upon the ark, and brought the ark into the habitation, and hanged up the veil, and covered the ark of witness, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he put the table in the tabernacle of witness in the north side of the habitation, but without the veil, and set the bread in order before the Lord, even as the Lord had commanded Moses. And he put the candlestick in the tabernacle of witness over against the table toward the south side of the habitation, and set up the lamps before the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he put the golden altar in the tabernacle of witness before the veil, and burnt sweet scents thereon, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he hanged up the hanging at the door of the habitation, and set the burnt offering altar by the entering in of the habitation of the tabernacle of witness, and offered burnt offerings and meat offerings thereon, as the Lord commanded Moses. And he set the laver between the tabernacle of witness and the altar, and poured water therein to wash withal. And Moses, Aaron, and his sons washed their hands and their feet thereat, when they went in to the tabernacle of witness, and when they went to the altar, they washed themselves as the Lord commanded Moses. And he reared up the court round about the habitation and the altar, and set up an hanging at the court gate. And so Moses finished the work. And the cloud covered the tabernacle of witness, and the glory of the Lord filled the habitation. And Moses could not enter into the tabernacle of witness, because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the habitation, for the cloud had covered all. And when the cloud was taken up from off the habitation, the children of Israel took their journeys throughout their armies. And when the cloud was not taken up, they journeyed not till it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord was upon the habitation by day, and fire by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their armies. The end of the second book of Moses, called in the Hebrew Vel Skimot, and in the Latin Exodus. The third book of Moses, called in the Hebrew Varia, and in the Latin Leviticus. The first chapter, the order of the burnt offerings. The first chapter. And the Lord called Moses, and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of witness, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and thou shalt say unto them, If a man of you bring a sacrifice unto the Lord, ye shall bring your sacrifice from among these cattle, even from among the oxen and the sheep. If his sacrifice be a burnt offering, let him offer a male of the oxen without blemish, and bring him of his own voluntary will unto the door of the tabernacle of witness before the Lord. And he shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt sacrifice, and it shall be accepted for him, to be his atonement. And he shall kill the calf of the drove before the Lord. And the priests Aaron's sons shall bring the blood, and sprinkle it round about upon the altar, that is by the door of the tabernacle of witness. And then shall he slay the burnt offering, and hew him in pieces. And the sons of Aaron the priest shall put fire upon the altar, and put wood upon the fire. And the priests Aaron's sons shall lay the parts, even the head and the fat, upon the wood that is on the fire in the altar. But the inwards and the legs thereof shall be washed in water, and the priest shall burn all in the altar, that they may be a burnt sacrifice for a sweet odor unto the Lord. And if his sacrifice be of the flocks, namely of the sheep or goats, let him bring a male without blemish for a burnt offering, and let him kill it on the north side of the altar before the Lord. And the priests Aaron's sons shall sprinkle the blood of it round about upon the altar, and it shall be cut in pieces, even with his head and his fat, and the priest shall put them upon the wood that lieth upon the fire in the altar. But he shall wash the inwards and the legs with water, and the priest shall bring all together, and burn it upon the altar for a burnt offering of a sweet savour unto the Lord. If the burnt offering for the sacrifice of the Lord be of the fowls, he shall bring his sacrifice of the turtle doves or of the young pigeons. And the priest shall bring it unto the altar, and wring the neck asunder of it, and burn it on the altar. But the blood thereof shall run out upon by the side of the altar, and he shall pluck away his crop with his feathers, and cast them beside the altar on the east part in the place of ashes. And he shall break the wings of it, but pluck them not asunder. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar, even upon the wood that is upon the fire, that it may be a burnt sacrifice for a sweet savour unto the Lord. The second chapter, the order of meat offerings. The second chapter. The soul that will offer a meat offering unto the Lord, the same offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil upon it, and put frankincense thereon, and shall bring it unto Aaron's sons the priests. And he shall take thereout his handful of the flour, and of the oil with all the frankincense, and the priest shall burn it for a memorial of him upon the altar, to be an offering for a sweet savour unto the Lord. And the remnant of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons, a thing most holy of the sacrifices of the Lord. If thou bring also a meat offering that is baken in the oven, let it be a sweet cake of fine flour mingled with oil, or an unleavened wafer anointed with oil. If thy meat offering be baken in the frying pan, it shall be of sweet flour mingled with oil, and thou shalt mince it small, and pour oil thereon, that it may be a meat offering. And if thy meat offering be a thing broiled upon the gridiron, let it be of flour mingled with oil. And thou shalt bring the meat offering that is made of these things unto the Lord, and shalt deliver it unto the priest, that he may offer it upon the altar. And the priest shall take of the meat offering a memorial, and shall burn it upon the altar, that it may be a burnt offering for a sweet savour unto the Lord. And that which is left of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons. It is a thing most holy of the offerings of the Lord. All the meat offerings which ye shall bring unto the Lord shall be made without leaven. For ye shall neither burn leaven nor honey in any offering of the Lord. Notwithstanding, ye shall bring the firstlings of them unto the Lord, but they shall not come upon the altar for a sweet savour. All the meat offerings also shalt thou season with salt, neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from thy meat offering, but upon all thine offerings thou shalt bring salt. And if thou offer a meat offering of thy first ripe fruits unto the Lord, thou shalt offer for the meat offering of thy first fruits ears of corn dried by the fire, and corn beaten as meal. And thou shalt put oil upon it, and lay frankincense thereon, that it may be a meat offering. And the priest shall burn part of the beaten corn, and part of that oil with all the frankincense, for a remembrance, and it shall be a sacrifice unto the Lord. The third chapter. The order of peace offerings. The third chapter. And if his sacrifice be a peace offering, and he take it from among the droves, whether it be male or female, he shall bring such as is without blemish before the Lord, and put his hand upon the head of his offering, and kill it at the door of the tabernacle of witness. And Aaron's sons, the priests, shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about, and he shall offer somewhat of the peace offerings to be a sacrifice unto the Lord, even the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is about the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, and upon the loins. And the abundance that is on the liver shall he take away with the kidneys. And Aaron's sons shall burn them on the altar, upon the burnt sacrifice which is upon the wood that is on the fire, to be a burnt sacrifice for a sweet savour unto the Lord. If he bring a peace offering unto the Lord from of the flock, let him offer male or female, but without blemish. As if he offer a sheep for his sacrifice, he shall bring it before the Lord, and put his hand upon his offering's head, and kill it before the door of the tabernacle of witness. And Aaron's sons shall sprinkle the blood thereof round about the altar. And of the peace offering let him bring a sacrifice unto the Lord, the fat thereof, and the rump altogether, which they shall take off, hard by the backbone, and the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and upon the loins, and the abundance that is upon the liver shall he take away with the kidneys. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar, to be the food of a sacrifice unto the Lord. If his offering be a goat, he shall bring it before the Lord, and put his hand upon the head of it, and kill it before the tabernacle of the covenant, and the sons of Aaron shall sprinkle the blood thereof upon the altar round about. And he shall bring thereof his offering, even a sacrifice unto the Lord, the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and upon the loins, and the abundance upon the liver shall he take away with the kidneys. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar for the food of the sacrifice, that all the fat may be a sweet savour unto the Lord. Let it be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout your dwellings, that ye eat neither fat nor blood. The 4th chapter. The offering made for sins done of ignorance. The 4th chapter. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say, If a soul sin through ignorance, and hath done any of those things which the Lord hath forbidden in his commandments to be done, as if the priest that is anointed do sin, according to the sin of the people, let him bring for his sin which he hath sinned a young ox without blemish unto the Lord for a sin offering. And he shall bring the young ox unto the door of the tabernacle of witness before the Lord, and shall put his hand upon the young ox's head, and kill the young ox before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall take of the young ox's blood, and bring it into the tabernacle of witness, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood, and sprinkle thereof 7 times before the Lord, even before the hanging of the holy place. And he shall put some of the blood before the Lord upon the horns of the altar of sweet scents, which is in the tabernacle of witness, and shall pour all the blood of the young ox unto the bottom of the altar of burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of witness. And he shall take away all the fat of the ox that is for sin, the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is about the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and upon the loins, and the abundance of the liver shall he take away with the kidneys, as it was taken away in the ox of the peace offerings, and let the priest burn them upon the altar of burnt offering. But the skin of the young ox, and all his flesh, with his head, and his legs, with his inwards, and his dung, shall he bear out, and carry the young ox altogether out of the host unto a clean place, even where the ashes are poured out, and burn him there on wood in the fire. Even by the place where the ashes are cast out, shall he be burnt. If the whole congregation of Israel sin through ignorance, and the thing be hid from their eyes, so that they have committed any of those things which the Lord hath forbidden to be done in his commandments, and have offended, when the sin which they have sinned in is known, the congregation shall bring a young ox for the sin, and bring him before the tabernacle of witness, and the elders of the multitude shall put their hands upon the head of the young ox before the Lord. And the young ox shall be slain before the Lord. And the priest that is anointed shall bring of his blood into the tabernacle of witness, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood, and sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord, even before the veil, and shall put of the blood upon the horns of the altar, which is before the Lord in the tabernacle of witness, and shall pour all the blood unto the bottom of the altar of burnt offering, which is before the door of the tabernacle of witness, and shall take all his fat from him, and burn it upon the altar, and shall do with this young ox as he did with the young ox for sin, even so shall he do with this. And the priest shall make an atonement for them, and it shall be forgiven them. And he shall bring this young ox without the host, and burn him as he burned the first, for it is an oblation for the sin of the congregation. When a lord sinneth, and committeth through ignorance any of these things, which the Lord his God hath forbidden to be done in his commandments, and hath offended, and if his sin be showed unto him, which he hath done, he shall bring his offering, even an he-goat without blemish, and lay his hand upon the head of the he-goat, and kill it in the place where the burnt offering is used to be killed before the Lord, for it is a sin offering. And let the priest take of the blood of the offering with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the burnt offering altar, and pour his blood unto the bottom of the burnt offering altar, and burn all his fat upon the altar, as the fat of the peace offerings. And the priest shall make an atonement for him, as concerning his sin, and it shall be forgiven him. If one of the common people of the land sin through ignorance, and commit any of the things which the Lord hath forbidden in his commandments to be done, and so hath trespassed, if his sin which he hath sinned come to his knowledge, he shall bring for his offering a she-goat from among the flocks, without blemish, for his sin which he hath sinned, and lay his hand upon the head of the offering, and slay it in the place of burnt offerings. And the priest shall take of the blood thereof with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the burnt offering altar, and pour all the blood unto the bottom of the altar, and shall take away all his fat, as the fat of the peace offerings is taken away. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar, that it may be a sweet savour unto the Lord. And the priest shall make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. And if he bring a sheep for a sin offering, he shall bring a female without blemish, and lay his hand upon the head of the offering, and slay it for a sin offering in the place where they kill the burnt offering. And the priest shall take of the blood of the offering with his finger, and put it upon the horns of the burnt offering altar, and shall pour the blood thereof unto the bottom of the altar. And he shall take away all the fat thereof, as the fat of the sheep of the peace offering is wont to be taken away. And the priest shall burn it upon the altar, that it may be the Lord's burnt sacrifice. And the priest shall make an atonement for his sin that he hath committed, and it shall be forgiven him. The 5th chapter. Of oaths. The cleansing of him that toucheth unclean things, the purgation of an oath, and of sin done by ignorance. The 5th chapter. If a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he hath seen or known of it, if he have not uttered it, he shall bear his sin. Either if a soul touch any unclean thing, whether it be the carrion of an unclean beast, or of an unclean cattle, or unclean worm, and is not ware of it, behold, he is unclean, and hath offended. Either if he touch any uncleanness of man, whatsoever uncleanness it be, that a man is wont to be defiled withal, and is not ware of it, and cometh to the knowledge of it, he hath trespassed. Either if a soul swear, and pronounceth with his lips to do evil or to do good, whatsoever it be that a man useth to pronounce with an oath, and the thing be hid from him, and cometh to the knowledge of it, and hath offended in one of these, And it shall come to pass that when he hath sinned in one of these things, he shall confess that he hath sinned in that thing. Therefore shall he bring his trespass offering unto the Lord for his sin which he hath sinned, a female from the flock, a lamb or a she-goat for a sin offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his sin. And if he be not able to bring such a sheep, he shall bring for his trespass which he hath sinned 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons unto the Lord, one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And he shall bring them unto the priest, which shall offer the sin offering first, and wring the neck asunder of it, but pluck it not clean off. And he shall sprinkle of the blood of the sin offering upon the side of the altar, and the rest of the blood shall he pour by the bottom of the altar, for it is a sin offering. And he shall offer the second for a burnt offering, as the manner is. And so shall the priest make an atonement for him, for the sin which he hath sinned, and it shall be forgiven him. And if he be not able to bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he that hath sinned shall bring for his offering the 10th part of an ephah of fine flour for a sin offering, but put none oil thereto. Neither put any frankincense thereon, for it is a sin offering. And let the priest offer it, and the priest shall take his handful of it for a remembrance thereof, and burn it upon the altar to be a sacrifice for the Lord. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him as touching his sin that he hath sinned in one of these, and it shall be forgiven. And the remnant shall be the priest's as a meat offering. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, If a soul trespass and sin through ignorance in things that are consecrated unto the Lord, let him bring for his trespass unto the Lord a ram without blemish out of the flocks, valued in money at 2 sickles after the sickle of the sanctuary, that it may be for a trespass offering. And he shall make amends for the harm that he hath done in the holy thing, and let him put the 5th part more thereto, and give it unto the priest. And the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram that is for the trespass, and it shall be forgiven him. If a soul sin, and commit any of these things which are forbidden to be done by the commandments of the Lord, and wist it not, and hath offended, he shall bear his sin, and shall bring a ram without blemish out of the flock, that is esteemed to be worth a trespass offering, unto the priest. And the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his ignorance, wherein he erred, and was not ware, and it shall be forgiven him. This is a trespass offering, which he offered unto the Lord for the trespass.